I remember when I think I remember coming home and you were all excited because you had found a dog online and we just had to go pick it up.
No, you were already home, so it must have been like the weekend or something. No, it was the weekend before you started your job.
Oh, okay.
Story.
See, people, you think I'm lying when I say my memory is really fucked. It really is.
I was online one day and someone had shared this adorable picture of this funky looking dog. And it was like, Chad always wants a pit bull, but we didn't really have room for a full-size dog.
It's true.
And so it was a pit bull, but it was just like shortened and lengthened. Lengthened? More lengthy?
It was short and long, much like a sausage.
Yeah. And I was like, I have to have him. And so I showed Chad, and he was like, he's the perfect dog for us. But we would live with Nate, and like maybe Nate won't be okay with having a dog. And Nate was like, you should go get him. And now, a year and a half, 2 years later, this little stinky sausage boy
who growls them legs
is our son. And now he's trying to bite you. So, pets have always been a big thing for me. My parents didn't really like pets.
Dogs? Your dad loves dogs.
My dad, yeah, but growing up, like, we didn't really have pets like that. Yeah, because it was, like, all about responsibility and, like, you have to prove that you're responsible enough and all that. Had some hamsters my mom accidentally killed. And some fish my mom accidentally killed.
Dude, I've had so many pets. Like,
we've had some sugar waters.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about my childhood pets, though. I'm talking like my stepmom and my dad always had at least 2 dogs and 2 cats.
Really?
Always. I, at one point, also had 2 turtles in an aquarium that were like this big. And they smelled like sulfur really bad.
I had a bird. And the bird did not care for me.
Yeah, my mom had a bird when I lived with her, and it would always try to attack me. But she could feed it by hand.
Wow.
It hated me. It hated everyone else. And then, several dogs.
My brother
at my
had
mom's.
iguanas.
I used to have like newt lizards, I think they were called.
Yeah.
And they would like hang from my ear. I'd let them bite me on the
Those
ear.
Little
and
green
just,
ones?
Yes.
An anole.
An anole, yes. But they never lived past like...
Not long.
8 or 9 month period. Yeah. I don't know what... Well, I mean...
I've heard... Yeah, you were a kid. I've heard that chameleons are extremely hard to keep.
Yeah. I don't know, but those were really cool because they were not aggressive, but boy, they would take off.
They're fast.
Yes.
Yeah. We have these lizards in our area, mm-hmm. and they're like black but like a rainbow, and they're so fast. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
We had like some cement blocks outside, and it always lived in those.
Are they skinks? I think they're called skinks. I think
it is a skink.
Yeah.
But they're small.
Yeah, they're big and small ones.
Yeah. I've never seen a big one though.
I have one time when I was in the military, I was in the Navy stationed at Joint Base Charleston. There was a skink outside my window that I thought was a copperhead because the damn thing was like the size of my forearm laying across the window, and I was like...
Copperheads are common in our area.
The 5-year-old in me was like, I have to catch this fucking thing. Because, I grew up catching snakes, crawdad fishing, frogs. I love that stuff. Lifting up rocks in the creek and finding cool shit. Turtles. I found snakes. I found a nest of copperheads one time that were babies like this big. And a humongous one that my cousin and I trapped and were like, couldn't lift up the stick. We were scared.
There was this one time, so my dad would pick me up for lunch every day in the summer. We would go eat lunch with my grandma. Mm-hmm. And so I was waiting on him outside, and there was a snake in our yard. And I swear to God, I thought it was a cobra.
Yeah.
Cobras do not live in our area, as I'm sure many of you would know.
They do not.
But it was like standing up, a lot. Not just like its head, like it's half of its body. And it was just like looking at me like this, and I was like, fuck do I do? I was like, I could run back up the steps and maybe trip, but this motherfucker's gonna get me.
You just went into the model
I literally,
pose.
what is that? yeah. And so I just stood there, and I was like, I could run away, but this thing's gonna get me. Thank God, my dad was coming down the driveway, the long driveway, and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I can't move. And he just walked over there, and he was like, and the snake was like, it was a racer snake.
Oh, yeah.
Black so it would have chased me.
Yeah, they will chase you. They try to chase you away.
Oh, my God. So scary. And then I saw a copperhead, and my dad's killed rattlesnakes, and all that fun stuff. Bears in our front yard.
Oh, yeah. That happened a lot with us as well.
Yeah.
Because we're rednecks who grew up in a national forest, literally.
Yeah. Turtles that would be outside that you'd
hillbillies.
Yeah,
I always have
rednecks.
to correct myself.
We're not rednecks.
So, yeah, the animals have been a big part of both of our lives.
Yeah.
We're animal people.
Yeah.
Dog people, primarily.
Dog people specifically.
And lizard people.
And we have a bearded
We've
dragon.
had Godzilla for quite a while.
4 years now.
So yeah, I'm still a lizard person. But I'm not in the government controlling the world.
That we know of.
Who really is Hat Guy? A colony of hamsters.
It's like
in a flesh suit.
Never take your hat off because that's how you like.
Yeah, that's like the port. That's where the lizards crawl out.
Oh.
Anyway, Jaiden Animations has a video that you guys have requested. Specifically, didn't you say one of our friends?
Yeah, and he has requested a lot, and we're very thankful. Thomas Horton recommended this.
Come on, everybody, stand up.
Discord.
I'm talking about you. Get up now. Thomas deserves this. Give him his moment, Shorty. Give him his moment.
Anyway, he recommended this on our Discord, but he's also recommended plenty of stuff in our YouTube comments that we are going to get to, Halloween related. So excited, but let's get to my childhood obsession with animals, Jaiden Animations.
Let's do it.
I've always been an animal lover. Ever since I saw a picture of a dog, I've been like, I want that. I still love and respect animals, but as a kid, it was pretty intense, not gonna lie. Can we get a dog? Can we get a dog? Can we get a dog? My parents had to sit through years of that until my dad finally couldn't handle it anymore and got me one for my 7th birthday against my mom's will. Before that, they tried everything to make me stop, besides getting me a dog. And by everything, I mean a bunch of fish. Maybe if we shape these fish into a dog, she would come home with 2 fish from the pet store that would last for about a week, die, and then get replaced. Repeat until dog appears. How many fish must die before I get what I want? Since we got fish from the pet store and not an actual breeder, that was probably a big contributing factor on why they died so quickly. But as a 5-year-old, I also just forgot to feed them a lot, so there's gotta be some fish blood on my hands for that. We went through probably 20 fish in the span of a couple months, but eventually we got these 2 goldfish that didn't die. A true miracle. They were pretty resilient little dudes. One was Goldie, and the other was probably named Fishy. Probably some of the most creatively flawless names I've ever known. But after a while, Goldie turned white, so I renamed it Rainbow because I thought it was cool he could change colors. I learned 13 years later from my marine biology teacher that Goldie/Rainbow was probably diseased, which makes the color change less exciting. We eventually gave them away to my mom's friend and they died. But that's all besides the point. My parents got me an army of fish and a dog I named Scruffy, but that was it. I wasn't able to crack them any further than that. And believe me, I tried. My parents had to become stone-faced, emotionless soldiers to keep my non-stop beseeching for more creatures at bay. After they got me a dog, I was pretty satisfied for about a year and a half until I decided I wanted a mouse. Something about their cute little faces and how they crawl with their cute little feet and their freaking ears made me obsess over having one, and my parents got to hear all about it. I asked my parents for a mouse for years, promising how I'd take care of it and blah blah blah, the whole thing. My mom pretty much hates rodents because she thinks their tails are weird, so there was no budging on that one. She tried to get me to stop by saying, "Alright, you can get a mouse, but we'd have to get rid of Scruffy." Which is obviously a bad bang for your buck.
Yeah, not a fair trade.
No,
I would not trade you for a mouse.
He's my pal for life. But not gonna lie, after hearing that response over 10 times, I started kinda considering it. I wasn't ever actually gonna do it, I was just getting desperate, alright? When I was 10, I wrote on my Christmas wish list that I wanted a mouse because I thought for some reason I'd foiled their plans and found a loophole. Ha!
Santa.
You can't override the power of the holy Christmas spirit. Christmas morning rolled around and I ran into the living room where all the presents were to not only find no mouse, but a computer mouse.
Oh!
In the wound there, Mom. I got my hopes up way too high. My disappointment was immeasurable, and my Christmas was ruined. I did get a computer, though, so that was cool. After my parents endured 5 years of me asking for a mouse, I read this book series called Maximum Ride, which was about these teenagers who had bird wings and were on the run to not get captured by the scientists who wanted to keep experimenting on them. It was my favorite book series as a kid, and it made me really like birds, which resulted in the next animal obsession. I swear to God, if I have one more mention of a mouse again, I'm gonna... Mom, can we get a yellow-naped Amazon parrot? Yes, I started loving birds back when I was in 6th grade. Everyone say a big thanks to James Patterson for creating this bird-obsessed monster. At the time, I wanted one of the big boy birds. A yellow-naped Amazon parrot, to be exact. I would spend hours just watching all the YouTube videos I could find of them and sending them to my parents like, Look how great they are! You totally want one now, don't you, after watching one play in a box and sing Old MacDonald? This was a whole new type of fixation. I mapped out on the ground where the cage could go with tape, Googled where Amazon parrot breeders were near me. I made multiple PowerPoint presentations for my parents on why they should let me get a parrot. It was intense, and the pressure was on. My mom was even like, so how about that mouse? But no, Mom, that ship has sailed. Now I want a 15-inch parrot that lives for 80 years. They started telling me, you can get a bird when you move out. And from then on, it was my goal to get out of my parents' house as soon as I could. Obviously, I never got a yellow-naped Amazon parrot, but I never really got out of my bird phase because I've got this thickums right here. I was pretty self-aware that asking for a parrot was a long shot, so even though I still wanted a bird, I dialed back my animal requests, and when I was 14, I started really liking flying squirrels. They were my favorite animal for a while, and that's when I realized people can have them as pets. Sugar gliders. Mom, can we... Sugar glider, add that one to the list. I don't think I actually bothered my parents too much about getting flying squirrels as much as the mouse and parrot, but I know they knew I wanted one. And I knew they were gonna say no. So I guess I just kept that one a bit more internal.
That's
During
the best
summer,
thing
we would
so
visit
far.
my family in Canada, and my cousin Peyton was really obsessed with ferrets at the time. So we would spend literally entire days on the computers together, researching ferrets and flying squirrels, and Amazon parrots, because they were still my #1 obsession, let's not forget. We wrote down general facts we learned in Word documents, planned out how to care for them, added up how much money they cost, including cages, food, bedding, etc., etc. We were the same amount of obsessed. It was a lot of fun, actually. We bonded a lot during those times, and she's still one of my best friends. She also never got a ferret, so sad times there. Peyton also got a rat named Lola, and that made me really want a rat, which of course meant Mom! Lola was so sweet and smart, and I always wanted to play with her. But that's also true with almost anyone's pets. If I come over to your house and you have any type of pet, I will be personally offended if you don't let me play with it for at least 3 hours. So I did have a small point where I was asking if my parents would let me have a rat, and my mom was like, nope, and I'd be all, but what about the time you were gonna let me get a mouse because I was asking for a parrot? And she would say, nope, that ship has sailed.
Because that's what she said.
Shame, Mother. During 10th grade, I was also starting to really like raccoons. I thought they were sneaky and cool, and I googled if people had them as pets as a random, not serious thought. But surprise, surprise, some people do have raccoon pets. Just kidding, they rip up couches and dig holes in walls, and I'm not that devoted to raccoons. But I still dreamed about having a raccoon buddy someday. Finally, I graduated from high school and moved into a dorm in college that didn't allow pets, which was torture for me. I waited all this time to move out, and I'm still not able to bring a horde of mice, rats, birds, sugar gliders, and maybe a raccoon into the rooms. But YouTube started kicking off shortly after, and I moved back in with my parents to pursue that. Flash forward a bit, and I was finally able to get Ari. After 10 years of wanting a bird, I'd finally done it. And what a gander he is. Was he worth the wait? No, he's a dumb bird. You're good. You're a good bird. I'm not currently looking to get any more animals right now, even though I really want them. I have Ari, and he's already enough of a handful, so I can't commit to anything else right now. I am gonna get a dog eventually, that's a promise. And I do really like reptiles, so I've done my fair share of research on skinks, but that's only a 30% chance to actually happen.
That's weird.
I haven't really grown out of my animal phase. I've just become a mix of that and my parents, still hopelessly entranced by creatures, but also being the one who has to tell myself no because I have other stupid responsibilities. Hopefully when I have kids, they won't be as animal obsessed as I am, because I don't think I have the strength my parents had to be able to say no to any animals they ask for.
Yeah.
Thank God my parents were responsible and never got me animals just because I asked for them. Otherwise, I'd be living in a zoo. Now, I know you guys, and this is absolutely gonna trigger a bombardment of tweets to me with pictures of the pets you have, and all I can say to that is, bring it on. It took a while, but the Ari bags and a lot of other new things are now being sold on the shop, so you might be interested in some of that. I'm sorry it took a while to get finished, but I hope you like the stuff. That's all I want to say for now. Yeah, bye.
I thought that was really funny that the entire video I was wrestling Shorty while watching, like, that was, he's so much fun, and he always wants to be doing something with you, hanging out, loving, or pet, I'm laying over here, please come pet me.
Or like when we get up in the mornings and we're like trying to be productive and he's like, come back to bed.
Yeah, if he's in bed still,
he won't get up.
But he'll cry from the other room that he's still in bed, but doesn't want to be alone.
He wants to fight.
Yeah, he wants to wrestle and play.
He wants to fight.
But this was so relatable. I went through all of this stuff just being like, I want this pet.
Well, it was weird because like I was like, Dad, I want a rabbit. And he's like, okay, we'll go to the pet store. And then I was like, Dad, I want a bird. And he's like, okay, let's go to the pet store. And then like there was this one time I was like, Mom, I really want a hamster. And she's like, okay, whatever. So like I kind of got all of the animals that I wanted. Well, we went to the store for a flying squirrel, but they didn't have it. So then I got a bird instead, which is just not as cool.
Yeah.
And flying squirrels are not the same as sugar gliders. They're very close, but they're not the same. It's not interchangeable.
No. I thought Furbies would be the coolest thing ever. And I really wanted one when they first came out. And I was telling my Dad, please get me a Furby. You know, it's a robot. It's alive though. Like it, you know, it's a literal artificial intelligence that's sentient.
Cool.
And no, had I any idea what it actually was, I wouldn't have really wanted one.
They're annoying.
But I begged him, no, I don't want to get you that. And then I was like, Christmas time came. I know this is going to be it.
You're going to get a Furby.
I'm getting a Furby. I got something for you. Go downstairs. Oh shit, I knew this was going to be it. It was a dog. Yeah. I did not want a Furby. I was so happy.
Were you so surprised?
It was a puppy. Yes, I was like, I thought that was out of the question.
I never got a puppy as a gift.
My dog Homer was a puppy. And we got him. Had him for about 9 years.
If I had, like she said about her parents and her having kids, if I had a kid, if we had a kid, which we probably won't, but if we had a kid,
we do.
It would be we would have different pets all the time.
Maybe.
We would. Because I know that I couldn't say no.
Be hard. I love animals for sure.
Me too.
We've got a lot that are fun.
But they are a lot of responsibility. So if you're, younger and your parents just like no, or your guardian's just like you can't do it.
They may be right.
It's a lot. I mean, one pet, I feel like if you're old enough, they should let you,
I mean, it is their fucking house at the end of the day.
True.
So
that's true.
They have the right to say whatever they want to about it. But, you can always find friends that have pets. Go over to visit is really cool. Also, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. It can be a bit risky because a lot of dogs come from bad places. But if you go to the shelter, they will let people volunteer and walk the dogs and play with them and stuff.
In certain states.
So maybe that would be something that would interest you before you go into full-on ownership, because you never know what you're getting yourself into.
I definitely had no clue what this little stinker would bring, and
it's been
totally
interesting.
Different than what I expected, but love him so much.
Love him so much, and we appreciate you all so much. Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you for your support. We're almost to 12,000 subscribers at this point. What? Here we go. The beat goes on and it continues, and without you all, it could not. And I know Jaiden appreciates all the support that our viewers give her. And if you could subscribe to her channel, like this video, go comment on this video, and let her know how much you appreciate it. We would also, if you enjoyed this reaction, appreciate a subscription, a like.
Yeah, you can comment,
like that.
Comment a recommendation, because we're watching them. We're going back. We're watching the recommendations.
That's true.
You can do that down below in the comments, or you can go to our description, and we will have a link to our Discord, and you can go there.
You can send us pictures of your animals,
dude,
on our Discord. Are you gonna make an animal?
I'm gonna start like an animal thread.
There you go. So send us some pictures of your pets. We want to see them.
Yeah.
We like all the pets, the pups, the kitties, the lizards, the snakes, the spiders, even all that stuff. Hamsters. Send us pictures of your pets.
Yeah.
I would love to see them.
Me too. I really would.
So for this video though, I think that's gonna do it.
It's gonna do it. Thanks for watching.
See y'all.
Winner alert! Winner!